Hello everyone, welcome to day 17. Today I want to transition from talking about secondary food to talking about primary food. So here's an overview and a reminder of what primary food is. Different aspects of our lives that feed our minds and our souls is considered primary food. Primary food leads to an improved quality of life, happiness, and balance. It can also lead to less stress. An imbalance in primary food can lead to unhealthy relationships with secondary food, an emotional imbalance and mood disorders, unhealthy relationships, lack of self-love, weight gain, stress, and disease. And the more that we nourish ourselves with primary food, the less we find that we rely on secondary food to fulfill us, and therefore it enhances or improves our relationship with secondary food. Primary food also improves our relationship with things like money, time, other people, those kinds of things. So here are the different types of primary food, and there are more depending on who you are, but these are the major ones. Spirituality, joy, finances, relationships with yourself, with your partner, and with everyone else, friends, coworkers, strangers, those kinds of things. Career, physical activity, home cooking, stress management, self-care, home environment, time in nature, education, and social life. And you'll notice that nothing on here has to do with the things that we're putting into our bodies, except for maybe home cooking. That might allude to secondary food, but the process of home cooking is actually a primary food because you're connecting with the food that you're putting into your bodies. All right, so let's do an exercise. Let's do the Wheel of Life exercise. This is one of my favorite exercises to do with all of my clients to help them figure out what they would like to improve upon and how satisfied they are with their lives as a whole. So this exercise is available for you to download in today's module. And basically the instructions are to put a dot on the line of where you find yourself fulfilled in each particular area of your life. So for example, if we look at spirituality, if you are very, very fulfilled with your current level of spirituality, you would place a dot towards the outside of the circle. But if you're not so fulfilled in that area of life, then you would place a dot towards the middle of the circle. So the middle of the circle indicates not very fulfilled or not very satisfied with that area of life. And the outside of the circle indicates that you are very fulfilled with that particular area of life. So after you've placed all of your dots on every single line, you would get something like this. Probably not exactly like this because no two wheel of lives are the same, since we all have very different experiences and we're all coming from very different backgrounds. So it might look something like this. So this is after you've placed all of your dots, and then once you've placed all of your dots on each line, you're going to connect them. And this shape that you have represents the balance that you have in your lives. So if you imagine this shape as a wheel and you go ahead and try and roll that wheel on the ground, it's probably not going to roll very well, and it's probably going to be a little bit unsteady. And so the idea here is to focus on those particular areas of your lives that didn't receive a very high score, and to work on them so that you're gradually moving these dots outward. And you want your wheel to grow bigger and bigger over time, which represents an overall fulfillment of your entire life. So your homework is to complete your own Wheel of Life by first filling out the fulfillment table, which I've also uploaded. And so here's a picture of what the table looks like. So here's where you would write your fulfillment value between 1 and 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And then do a little bit of reflection on why you assigned it that score. And if it's less than 10, then come up with some kind of plan or identify some actions that you can do to improve this value. And then once you've done that, then you can insert those fulfillment values as dots on your Wheel of Life, which is also uploaded. So that's all we have for today on primary food. We will get into each different aspect of primary food as we go on in the next few days. But I just wanted to get you all into the mindset and start thinking about different areas of your life that you would like to spend a little more energy on, or areas of your life where you'd like to improve. All right, thanks.